Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Too Fast Podcast. It has been a long. Oh, it's been so long, I forgot I need to pull the mic closer. It's been a long time coming, but welcome back. Today, with no order, we're joined by Robert and Jay. You've seen them
So,
before on the podcast, but
Yo, yo.
welcome. How y'all doing?
Doing good, doing good.
It's been a
it's
hot minute.
it's a Monday. It's a Monday.
It
Indeed,
is.
schedules haven't been lined up.
Let's see. It's October. Today's October 6th. Let's see. Our last video that we did. Let me bring this over here so I don't block the recording. The last podcast video we did was me and Robert. That was on. Let's see. Does it give an exact date? August 21st.
Oh, I have that too much.
A long time ago. But we're back. And we're all together. All three of us. The stars have aligned for us all to be here today. So welcome to, we're calling it Beef and Burritos. And we're not talking about food today. We're going to be diving into, yeah, maybe. Okay, let's start it off with food. I don't really fuck with burritos, but like, I don't even fuck with tacos either. But quesadillas, that's all I get from Taco Bell.
Nah, it depends on the type of burrito. I'm not even about to lie to you. If it's like a steak burrito, I'm killing that shit.
Even like shawarma and shit. Like, I mean, I love wraps, but like, I don't know what it is.
Dude, is it because of sour cream fuck you up too?
Maybe that lactose be killing me sometimes.
Listen. Just take the shit off.
But it's not as that authentic, I think, if you don't get all
And plus, you get it from Taco Bell too, so it's not helping.
Yeah, I mean, I love me some cheese. Churros, though.
Yeah.
It's
Fuck
just
up
like
churros.
flavor laxatives.
Yeah.
For Jar's case, he's like, I'm lactose intolerant to cheese. I'll go so eat cheese. I love me some cheese.
I think I still eat more cheese than some people that aren't lactose, which is kind of crazy. But it's cheese.
Do you saw the
can't say
amount
no
of
to
cheese I put? Do you saw the amount of cheese I put in that freaking pizza fries?
That shit.
Did we not with this?
That shit. I don't even like poutine, but like I would put that shit. I would eat that.
Hey man, if the cheese ain't messy, then you ain't got enough. As
Literally.
simple as that.
Bro, I didn't have enough to make it messy, bro. I have like a half bag, so I had to make it work.
Yeah, times and stuff. Can't even blame you.
No, because I forgot to add it to my last grocery list, so I'm adding 2 bags this time. 2, not 1, 2.
Can't go wrong
Yeah,
with
you're
cheese.
definitely getting blocked up.
Y'all got like a go-to burrito or go-to taco?
Bluetooth
Well,
burrito, I'm gonna have to say, yeah, my steak and whatever they call it from Taco Bell, the steak and grilled cheese burrito.
I ain't gonna lie, Taco Bell is a beefy five-layer burrito. I know it changed over the years.
Is it like a
but
Philly cheesesteak kind of thing?
It's like a burger, but wrapped up into a burrito. That's the best way I can explain it.
a burger? A burger? Oh, nope.
I'm trying to get this light in a better position. You got one, Robert?
Beef filet burrito is my go-to. Besides, Harold speaking. Beef filet burrito will always be my go-to. But if you talk about aesthetic-wise, depending if it's like I guess Chipotle or that's at Mexican restaurant, at least a good beef burrito or a good steak burrito, hands down. If they don't have that, chicken will be my next option.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't know. Even to tacos the other day, we had the Doritos Locos. Wasn't bad.
Also, I kind of do appreciation for mushroom quesadillas for some reason. Don't ask how, I just do.
Mushrooms, low key, on a lot of foods,
Quesadilla.
really slap.
Mushroom, just mushrooms and cheese, and that's it.
No meat.
That was the meat.
Mushrooms as the meat. Okay, that one I didn't expect to hear. Okay, that's
Like my roommate said, it's supposed to be a joke, and I just kept ordering it, and that joke turned to
I
like
mean,
a
if you like it, you know, can't blame you for that.
no, I'm just a little retarded because that was supposed to be a joke.
When the joke's not that funny, but then it ends up being a lifelong thing.
Yeah, I don't get it off now because I read it was a joke. So I was like, yeah, okay, cool. I don't have to act upon it now. All right, okay,
Damn.
cool, good enough for me. All right,
All right. Well, anyways, today's main purpose serves as
juicy
a
beans.
getting to the tea, I guess, if you want to call it that. We teased it a little bit in the first two episodes, talking about like old relationships, things that have gone sideways throughout the years, things that have changed over the years, and we're kind of gonna go through all of that, break it all down. There might not be an order per se, but we're gonna try to go through all of that. We were trying to spitball a little bit of where we should start. I don't know if we want to do try to do a chronological timeline, or if there were shorter stints we want to get through or anything like that.
I ain't gonna lie. That's too many timelines to me recall.
There's a lot to go through.
It is.
Let me pitch in with, I guess we'll call it like a side story kind of thing. I want to say it was maybe 2018 or 19, maybe even during COVID. I don't remember. But there's a few good friends that I used to be, well, still am pretty good friends with them, more so than other people. We hang out here and there. We saw them on the weekend. But we used to all be playing on Overwatch, the two out of the group, and like with other people that we met online. And then there was like just random people that ended up being part of a group that we met online and we were all friends with. One of those people in particular, named Evan. I've never, to that point of me playing online games, like I've never played with someone with that much. I don't know if you want to call it like gamer rage or rage quit, or like I don't know what you want to word it as, but like it was bad. And at that point I was like playing with mostly chill people, and I was like, bro, this dude is unhinged, to the point where, you know, I mean, we talked about it before, I've been kind of like a late bloomer with like online gaming and stuff like that, and he was just always like shitting on everybody, no accountability, no zero chill in every game we played. It didn't help that we were playing comp in most games, or even a fucking Destiny raid, he was going off on people and getting mad as shit. But like a lot of people were like, yeah, you know, that's just how he is. You got to let him be the way he is. And I'm kind of there like, okay, but I don't really feel like that's, you know, I don't need to be around this forever. And I think the breaking point I remember was we were playing Black Ops 4 at the time, which I don't even remember when that came out. But we were playing multiplayer. I had Wi-Fi. It wasn't great. I was doing like some challenge for a trophy that they had for leveling up 25 guns, which that's, I think, the first game they introduced zombies and multiplayer had like split leveling systems. So they were like combined instead of separate. So I was playing with a pistol, getting dumped on. We're at the point where it's like the people that have the broken builds are going crazy. And this, I remember he said that either his touchpad or his D-pad, something was broken, that he couldn't scroll down like to see other people's scores. And I'm at the bottom, I'm like, his thing doesn't work, he can't see my score. Somehow ends up going over my thing and just like screaming into the mic like my name, like, oh my god, blah blah blah, how did you do this bad? I left the game, I left the party, and I think I blocked him. And I think that was like the first stint of me dealing with toxicity in gaming. And, you know, I think I played with him maybe once or twice after that. And we were like in group chats together or whatever, but like I wouldn't talk to him. But yeah. Ironic thing is, like, he lives in our area, and my friends have actually met him in real life too, which is funny. So yeah, that's Evan.
Even hearing the second time, it's still the same thing. It's like, goddamn.
Yeah, it's, you know, shit happens. Ironically, there's another guy in that group. I don't have to name drop him, I guess, because it's a different story. and I don't want to put out his government name, but I met him in one of my classes. And I was like, yo, this dude's pretty chill. So it's weird how the people you meet are. Y'all ain't range monsters. We all have our moments. Evan was on another fucking level. Like I know some people crash the helicopters in GTA and crash the fucking boats into the island, but it's okay.
Okay.
But
Fucking
yeah.
Josh over here making some Kazakage jokes over here. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, you got some people who run into like the propellers of the plane like right at the end of the heist and stuff. Like it happens, you know.
Yeah, shit happens.
That was Jay in his beginning career at GTA.
That was Robert.
No, that was Jay.
That's not what I heard.
Oh, what you mean by that, Frankie? What do you mean by that? You got no proof.
So I guess like as a icebreaker slash warm up thing, then I don't know if y'all have like stints or like the first time you remember having toxicity, not necessarily with like game chat or whatever, but like if you had like a particular thing with like people where it's like the first time you witnessed it or experienced it.
I
I'm
guess
gonna
for
have to
me,
workshop something. Yeah, you go ahead, Robert.
that was back in me playing Student Force 2. That was like 2016 between 2018. Yeah, I can't put a time cap when it was. It was just like, sorry, talking this around. Yeah, I was supposed to say 2016, 2018. There was this one dude. It was like a random crazy, right? We were just playing PvP, typical player versus player. I was dog warring this dude like a mug. The guy was doing like, I guess it's beta meta skills basically that everyone has, or just like a cheap shot skills. Yeah, did I won that? Yeah, but he was talking hell shit at the end of it though. So I used a different character. I used like say OP character like Gogito, not blue, but something Gogito, right, or something like that, right? He dog watered me, but I was like, you using an OP character. Well, of course you're gonna OP me at that point. It was just like it was just like, what was the point talking shit? It was just having a good game at that point. That was really about it. It was just like you're talking shit for someone that you barely know.
Mm-hmm.
That was really like the start, like a little small interest into it, but that was about it.
Yeah, like I'd always see it in those random in-game texts. I don't know if it was like mostly PC people or whatever. It's like, oh, switch off this, your ass at this, blah blah blah. But like, I don't know, voice chat and hearing it versus a message on the screen is like two completely different things.
Right.
Jay, you had something or?
For mine, I'd have to say, you know about this story with the other group that I usually be running with.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Basically, we would always be on 2K 25-8, man. Like you would think that we was get paid to play that shit, and
Good old 2K.
I'm basically new to 2K. Newer. They've been playing 2K since like 2K6 and stuff like that, and I just started like taking it serious in 2K17. So we started having like everybody on specific positions. I was always the power forward or the center. So looking back at it now, that was a pretty important part for me to be playing
Yeah.
and not having no type of skill in. But at the time, they wasn't really trying to teach me that.
Mm-hmm.
So it was just straight like, oh man, Dolo, you trash as hell, man. You trash as fuck. You need to get your weak ass off this game. And I'm like, bro, y'all asked me to get on this shit, really.
Literally.
But basically, one day it ended up getting too far, of course, and it ended up leading to me end up having to basically defend myself the way I see it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I was basically playing good as hell. Had one bad game and through the night, and then they were basically saying like, oh yeah, we need to make a whole new roster. So when I heard that shit, I'm sitting here like all the time and effort I'll be putting into this shit. Y'all talking about like replacing me? Y'all need to get the fuck out of here with that shit. But then basically that led to me separating myself from the group, and of course, giving them some space, them giving me some space. Usually, it's a repetitive thing, but it hasn't been going down for real recently. So
Hmm.
I guess that would be my first time with it.
And I
You
feel
went
like
through that cycle about maybe 4 times, I believe.
that's like an instance where it's like hits different because it's more you're looking at them like homies and friends too, and hearing it from them
Indeed.
is it's a lot harder to take too. Yeah,
Yeah, you be looking out for that, like, some type of assistance, not
that
getting like
constructive
opposed.
criticism or something. Yeah,
Yeah, no type of like, I don't know. It's just it be in the tone, I guess.
hmm
But then again, it's not the tone because we always be talking like we hate each other.
yeah,
Like we always call each other out of each other's names. Like, what up, bitch? What up, slut? And then like that's basically how we talk to each other.
yeah.
Sometimes it's just hard to tell whenever they being serious or not.
Understandable.
hmm
Yeah.
That's the one thing I think as our group of dynamic, we're pretty good with like that positivity, even when we're getting shit on. We're still trying
Indeed.
to keep it going forward properly. Ah, boy. Yeah. So, I guess we kind of got like an opening. Where do we want to
We have.
begin?
Okay.
There's a long path we can go.
Indeed.
All right. So, where do you want to start at?
Who you asking me?
Yeah, I'm asking.
I mean,
Because I already know it's going to lead back to that one little group that we had that little
I
outlook.
feel like
Yeah.
chronological buildup would make the most sense to everything. So I guess we can
That
start
probably
it
might
there.
have to be on finale terms. Not gonna lie to you.
hmm
Yeah.
All right. So, that's the case. We're going to try
You
to
know what?
speed off past.
I think we start from the beginning, and I think we lay the groundwork of like how everything started, how it went where it went, and how it ended. So I think low key,
Start from the beginning.
Robert, why don't you tell us about how you met Brandon? Because I feel like that would
All
be
right.
the beginning.
So, I met Brennan in middle
By the way,
school.
we're name dropping Brandon. Remember that name.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. It was out of the top of my head. Small moment. But see here. Brennan and Rockingham Middle, back in middle school, say like around 7th grade. So, yeah, can I say 2013? I can't. I don't remember. We're going to could do a capstone 2013, 2016. I'll tell you that for now. All right.
How you get a 3-year gap? What the fuck?
That's going to be a 3-year gap. I can't remember shit.
You said 7 to 8.
7th grade. I know I met him in 7th grade.
So that would be 13, 14 would make sense because y'all are a year younger, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then we kind of went to the same class for a little bit, and then afterwards I moved to LRB Middle for that duration of my years. And then I re-met him back in 9th grade, which is like 2016 at that point.
Mm-hmm.
That was in my first term in history class, which was a very, very abrupt, just badass class.
Damn. You good?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Neighbor texted me just real quick, but So basically, badass kids, the routine. Black kids, white kids, all being bad and shit. Got the 1-3 good dude, me, Brandon, and the other girl that we know. We were just trying to do our work, but it was just a bad class in general. And then afterwards, after that class, I haven't seen him since then. So we kind of like actually probably re-met like middle of 10th grade. No, 10th grade, 11th grade, one of those two. So that's like 2017 to 2018 is where I started actually seeing him more often. And because I was still playing random people online that I know back then. And then afterwards, he just sent me like, I have some like, does it play PlayStation? He said, yeah. And then afterwards, we started talking. And then afterwards, we just, start being friends on PSN, and we started playing games that way. The first games we started playing was Fortnite. I tried Fortnite by myself. I fucking hated it. Yeah, I didn't understand it. Didn't make no damn sense.
Yep. Good old Fortnite.
Mm-hmm. and then afterwards, Brandon kind of like re-explained it a little bit better.
Mhm.
So I got a little better at it. Was it good? Hell no. That's everyone in the same boat. So with that being said, he kind of like most of the games I have played is because of him, realistically.
Got you.
And then afterwards, I mean, Darren, DJ, um, Cooper, and Aaron was another round all about that.
Oh well, we'll get to all of those people.
Here you go.
All their names will
You're
be in
welcome.
the pot.
You're welcome. Yeah. But just like a brief, like little subtitle.
Hmm.
Mostly I met Darren first. No, I met Brandon's dad, RIP Jamie for that one. And then I met Darren after.
Hmm.
So Darren's like one of those cool guys, you know? Because I thought he was pretty cool, you know? Because he
Hmm.
seemed like he was like, I don't know what he's saying. And then I met his cousin, DJ. Again, same thing. Thought they were, you know, their guys were pretty cool people. So again, um, then afterwards, who else? Darren and DJ were both on a Fortnite train as well at the time frame. So we just like a 4-man clan for the hot low duration. And then see here. I don't know, it was something else that got you in there. Can't recall how I met you though. I'm trying to figure out. I know it's because of a Darren chain of like reaction. Know that for sure.
I feel like it was Fortnite, but it could have been
GTA
anything,
or
honestly, because it's Overwatch. Even I don't even know.
Yeah, that's what I'm sitting on. So by
Hmm.
the time I met you, that's when we like the whole group's just kind of like going to flow
Yeah.
until we to I guess like 2019 to 2020.
Hmm.
Here, start me Jay next. Oh hey Nutty, start me Jay. And for a hot little minute, we started talking as well.
He's
Staying
giving
in
us he's
parties.
giving us the whole timeline, Jay.
Okay, I might remember it. Then I realized.
Yeah.
Um,
No, I mean, for the most part, everything sounds like it's in place.
hmm 2019, 2020, I met Jay. And that's when we all started playing. Damn, again.
Siege.
Oh,
It was Siege.
it was Siege. It was Siege or GTA. It was one of those two. Again.
Both. I know we played both a fair amount.
Mm. And see, could you just hold on 1 second?
Oh, good. Oh, good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, I mean, Robert pretty much gave, I guess you could call it his side of the timeline, but like a pretty good timeline at that of like how everything went down. Um, so I think Jay, me and you met what 2012, 2013, right? Oh,
Uh,
what happened to Jay?
I guess he lost signal probably.
Oh,
Um,
anyway, I guess he'll join back. Hopefully, we'll see.
mhm,
Let me just message him after.
mhm.
So here, I'll shoot him a message so he knows. Yeah, I think me and Jay met around like 2012 or 13, around there. I think me and Darren met around the same time frame because I know I met Jay on Kick and I know I met Darren on Kick. So Darren was like the first, well, Darren and Jay, like those two friends that I first kind of had. We were all meeting like random people and stuff like that. But what I remember, too much gas, was that my cousin Michael or Mike, he had some friends and they had this group and I think he called it like Guap Squad because of money or whatever. And I remembered Darren was trying to make a group kind of, and he called it the like elite crew, whatever you wanted to call it.
I remember.
So
Yeah.
So initially, what had started in maybe 2015 or 2016, Mike, which was my cousin, he had two friends, Darren, me, Jay, I think DJ, and whoever else the fuck we could find on the internet that wanted to join this group on Kick would join. And they called it GSC, which was Guap Squad Elite Crew. Like, they put the names together. That's the name that's on the GTA crew that you're still in. That remember when we made that whole thing? That's where that name came from. Was we put those two together. Me and Mike were never. We were kind of forced, in a sense, to be. I don't know how you would explain it. Like, my mom and his mom were like really good cousins, so because of that, we were always meant to be close. But our relationship was, I wouldn't even call it up and down. It was just different and weird. So at sometimes, like, we would be acting like, Nani, what the fuck? With like the closest of cousins, but it really wasn't, to the point where now, like, we're not even on. I don't even talk to him, honestly. I don't even know if you would say we're not on talking terms, whatever. But his two friends are pretty cool. Hakeem and I forget the other one. Like, I talked to one of them like a bit after, and then I don't know. They're doing their own thing. They're all in New York, so. But we put this group together as a crew to recruit people, gamers, people that like cars, all that stuff. And like, it was cool. You know, it was kind of nice having like a little group of friends or whatever you wanted to call it. Like, I remember it was so weird. Like, one person would get into an argument with some random person that they met on Kick, and then add them to the group, and we'd roast the shit out of them. And then sometimes they'd get invited to join the crew, or they'd get kicked out. Or like, there'd be like two groups, and we had like a big ass fight, and then we just go from there. It was just so random. But
that's kind of toxic.
Literally, it was a lot of random. Jay needs to come back because I know Jay was in a lot of these, but like, it was just a bunch of random people on the internet just interacting with each other. But the entire purpose of this is that Darren had his group, Mike had his group. I helped facilitate them being brought together, mending, whatever you want to call it. I was a lot of the people that we like randomly found to invite and like have as a part of the group. You know, a lot of those people I invited. Like, a lot of the other people I don't even know. Either we already knew people or we invited them. But that was a thing until we kind of stopped using Kick, I think, which lasted a good, I don't even know how many years you want to call it. Maybe I don't even know if 2018 is late enough for it to be that's when we stopped using it. But that went on for however long. We all ended up on the Instagram chat with all the other people that we were playing Siege with and stuff like that. Trying to think who else. So we were talking about Brandon. So I think in like 2016, Darren was playing Fortnite with DJ or something. And this 2016 is when I got my PS4. So that's when I started actually playing more online shit and stuff like that. So I think Darren was playing Fortnite with Brandon, and then we ended up playing together. And I think that's how I met Brandon, but we weren't really like friends right away. Like, it took a little while or whatever. But I think the one thing with Brandon that I will say, because of how much of a fan that I am of Achievement Hunter and Rooster Teeth and all that stuff, me and Brandon, like, we were like, we clicked like this because of that like immediately. Because I had nobody that I've ever met before that who knew anything about that stuff or talked about it with me or anything. So that kind of like cemented that friendship that we had at that time. We had something that instantly clicked, got us on a conversation, and you know, it would just went from there. DJ was pretty chill because I know we were playing Siege and stuff like that, and GTA. I think we were doing like heists, whatnot. This dude named Robert came along. Robert came along. Who else? I'm trying to remember. At that time, I think that was like the basis of the group. I think other people started coming in later on that either were friends of Brandon's or Darren's or I don't even know who, but like those were added into the group that was already established, which I think is like the basis. Where the fuck is Jay, bro? I know Jay would have some input, but
It's a dark night for a reason.
yeah. Well, if he comes back, we'll repitch some of that stuff to him. But yeah, so this is getting to the point where it's about to be like 2019 going into COVID, with our group reestablished and other people starting to come in, and this is kind of where like stuff starts to get churning with like the stuff starting to change, and I feel like who was it that was the first person that I can remember on my end that I knew we played with would have been not Aaron and Cooper, the other guy's name. Asphyx. I forget. I don't remember his real name.
Asphyx?
Yeah. ASPXH or whatever it was.
Avery.
There you go. I would say this was the start of where everything started going awry. Avery was a dude who we would play Siege with. I think we were all playing Siege at that point. Mind you,
yep.
We were playing Siege. I was dog shit at Siege, but I was still playing. Y'all wanted a fifth. I was your fifth. But go back to my other channel and check my clips, bro. I got fucking good at Siege, bro. Oh my god. I got good at Siege. But no, Avery was definitely the first one that I can remember that we were playing with. I even remember like we did the thing where we all lined up and then Jay had to pick someone to shoot and he shot it like first try or something like that. I remember that clip. Even I think he was like at one point 1v1ing Brandon in a sniper match on COD or something too. But gets introduced as the group, seems like a pretty chill guy, and we're playing. And it was just the one thing that irked me, and I think the one thing that irked everybody else, evidently, was that, you come on after work, after school, everybody's here to chill, play, win, to have fun, whatever it is. And all this guy talks about is banging his girl. Like 80% of the time, he just talks about banging his girl. And I think for me, it irked me because I'm like at a phase where I'm either about to be getting out of a 5-year relationship or out of a 5-year relationship. And this guy's just, that's all he talks about. And it was just annoying. I don't know. I don't know how else to explain it. Like, I get it. You mentioned it one time. You mentioned it 2 times short. Every time it was, oh yeah, I'm gonna take her to the back seat. Oh yeah, this. Oh yeah, that. I'm like, it was enough for me to not want to join the party when he was in it. Also, this is at a different time where I think having private parties wasn't really a thing. Correct me if I'm wrong. Like, I think that got added in later because this was still PS4 days. So you start the party, anybody can join, which was another thing. So yeah. That, I mean, speak on it if you will, but that was the first like thing I remember that was going with it.
I'm sorry, I'm watching that dog just watching that cat. Yeah, and I'm just like, bro, come on. Let the cat shit in peace. Jesus Christ.
Literally, cats and dogs, man.
You're being curious right now, I know, but still, goddamn. Yes. Two. I say no. I think no. Yeah. They invented more on the private party part more in 2019, 2020, but they probably have. Just been a minute. I know there's an open and closed party, Right, that for sure.
Yeah, I remember
Close.
they used to have like they added it in where you could make it like that, but originally it was just make a party, whoever joins.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, luckily now it's the way it is.
Pretty
Yeah.
much. And then there's another guy that we know that was Jermaine. What was Titanium Blank?
Titanium Cheeks, I remember, and then I think he changed it to something else.
He did. Well, to me, Halo scene is funny and cool.
Mm-hmm.
To Josh, that was a different story.
When he started saying that "Okay, Boomer" shit over and over, I mean, he was chill, but like there was just moments where it was, I don't know. I don't want to seem like I'm like the most picky dude. Like, oh, you're not like this. I'm not friends with you. Blah 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 blah. But like, there were some things where I feel like a general person would be irked by. Like there was a general annoyance sometimes, and I don't know if it was me coming as like an older person. I have different personality traits, stuff like that. But like for me, I mean, it just I don't know. How am I gonna play a serious game and have communication open with a dude who's singing okay boomer" every 5 minutes? Like, it wasn't necessary. It wasn't
No.
what was expected. So, but I mean, these were people that were getting added to our group, and they were in our. We had the Instagram chat, and I think we had a Discord chat, maybe, or not yet. I don't know. I don't remember.
I know it was no, probably did have a little bit of Discord. I just
But
wasn't on
I don't
Discord
think
like that.
everyone was on it, and I feel like some people were more on
Instagram.
Instagram. Yeah, but there was Avery, there was Jermaine. I know Cooper was maybe on one of those chats. You want to talk about Cooper because I feel like you've known him longer.
Mm. Okay. Mm. Damn hungry too. All right, Cooper. Brennan met them through Smite.
No way.
Yeah, so Brennan met them through Cooper and Aaron through Smite.
Mhm.
They were just like I think it was do Joust. I think it was they were doing.
Mhm.
I think Brandon was on the same thing with them. And Brandon was doing really good, and then Cooper and them basically like send an invite, party invite, and say, "Hey,
Oh
how you
damn.
get so good?" Or basically like either party remarks things like that, and then
My bad.
guess they hit it off.
Didn't mean to cut you, but Jay said he's gonna call it a night. So it's just gonna be me and you for now.
Ah,
It's all good though. We'll get through the lore in honor of Jay. This episode's gonna still come out. He's still gonna be in the video, but yeah.
all right. So that's totally fine then. So we'll
Mhm.
keep the brief then. He met them through the Smite. They doing Joust. Basically, he's known everything good. You know how Brandon is with some Smite. Do good,
Mhm.
and basically they hit off from there. And then after a while, I took Cooper as a typical team.
Mhm. Because I think
Same
he
for
was
Aaron
young.
too.
He was younger than us, I think, by a while. Like we were
Mm-hmm.
22, 23. He was still 18, I think.
17 or 18, yeah.
Yeah.
So him and Aaron were like typical teams. I'm not even mad at that because I already expect that much out of them.
I mean, yeah.
That's why I always look at. You act how you act on your age. So
I mean, he sounded mature for his age, which was the thing. But I
but
mean,
retro speaking wise,
mhm.
he does have here. He does know some things too as well. He seems like a smart kid. Like he does well in school too.
Yeah.
But when him and Aaron on the same boat was kind of like making a little powwow, make a little joke,
Mhm.
like no cringe stuff, that you probably thought was funny back then, but now it's like,
That's interesting to hear.
yeah, that's how I always look at Now I'm thinking about it's like it was friendship. Back then, probably like same mindset. I thought it
I
was
mean,
funny.
we weren't as mature that back then either. That's the thing.
Mm.
But then again,
Yeah.
our maturity level of what we would expect versus them is two completely different things too, and that might be the generation shift. But it just was the way it was.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
At- That's how I always look at it. Was it get on my nerves though? No. It was just like it's just tolerance levels like I always have.
Hmm.
I always have high tolerance. Ever since I always have high tolerance. Thank you, fucking
Yeah. I
fool.
mean, you give a lot of them the benefit of the doubt, and then especially when you're in a group like that where you have like these really tight knit relationships, and then you have these other people that they're bringing in. It's like if my boy
It's
says
kind
he's
of
friends with this one, then I guess
and it's hard to keep up. Like for
Yeah.
example, Alyssa.
Oh, I think that's down the pipeline. We got to get there after, but yeah,
You sure? Because I feel like we down. No. You're right.
that's a
Alyssa
little
then
bit
came down
further
the
down.
pipeline.
Yeah.
All right. So here, that's how we kind of contact. I know you didn't like him because it was like
I think
how
we
could
have
we?
to go through the proceedings of how everything went down initially.
Hmm,
So
I'll let you take a turn on that one. That's the case.
I'm trying to think if there was anyone else in our group at that point, because who else would have been added to that group?
Josiah was another one too. Hired team. Uh,
Josiah? I don't remember if he was there that much or if I was gone at that point.
he was probably gone at that point. To be frankly honest.
But I remember the name, and I feel like was he like friends with Jermaine or something?
Yes.
I might have played with him at one point, but I don't remember too much about Josiah.
Only
I
I
feel
know.
like there's someone else we're missing.
Van Den, Darren, DJ, Cooper, Aaron. We got Nat, Haley.
Nat. Was Nat in the group?
Yeah.
Nat was another. Shout out Nat. Nat's a pretty chill guy. Um, yeah, Nat was in the group for sure. That's another thing. That's why I wish Jay was still here. Um, Nat was a chill dude. I think he had a little bit of either a speech impediment or like a lisp, but other than that, like all around chill guy. Um, I don't know if there's anything. There's a clip on my old channel of me and Nat, bro, on Road Company with it was Road Company is a 4v4 game. I think one teammate left, the other teammate left, and we clutched the fuck out of that game in a 2v4. It was insane. But
It'd be like that though.
yeah, it was crazy. Nat's a chill dude though. I can't even say anything bad on him. Haley, I feel like I have stuff to say about Haley, but that we'll get to later on. Again, like not really anything negative to say about her, but we'll get to that later on. And there's a whole after pact of everything that happens, I think, too, with more stuff. Which I don't remember. You were kind of there. I don't remember if you and Jay were like in the picture. Not too much. I don't remember. My Discord, I don't know what's going on. Saying I have notifications, but I don't. Okay. Yeah. So I think for the majority, we've kind of got our group explained here. Me and Jay are like brothers that we wish we had, in the sense that we still are. Talking about cars, gaming, all that stuff, and to an extent, Darren was pretty much like the same with that. Cars, gaming, all that stuff. So it's kind of like the personality match could not have been more perfect. And we were boys since whenever we met everybody along the way, created GSC or GSEC, whatever the fuck we wanted to call it. A lot of the stuff we did was GTA. I remember the early days, it was Skype calls on PS3 playing GTA Heist. Me, Darren, Jay. I had a friend from school named Josh. He would be on. Mike would be on. TJ would be on there sometimes. I don't even know who else. There's probably people I'm missing that we used to play with on PS3 that used to be on there. But like that was our bread and butter. PS4 came out and I was kind of left behind because I got on PS3 kind of late anyway. But there was kind of like a gap until 2016 when I got PS5. I started playing Overwatch with my real buddies, and then I think Fortnite came around, and that's when I met Brandon, met Darren, kind of reconnected or whatever. Started playing for real in online gaming and stuff like that. Started doing Twitch streaming and stuff like that. So that all kind of came around in like 2016, 2017, and then started to meet everybody else developing. Like we started being more into online gaming, or I guess let's just say me. I think when we first started getting into being a group and playing together might have been Black Ops 4, or probably when
I
around the time when Black Ops 4 came out, because I remember we would play
multiplayer.
zombies maybe.
There were zombies, but I couldn't stand multiplayer because the damn Maddox.
Bro, there was, yeah, I remember those operator abilities too, because I remember I used to love playing Zero and hacking everybody's shit. But yeah, and I
Yeah,
remember
time
like,
that.
yeah, yeah, there would be like stints too where I remember we'd go back and play zombies on Black Ops 3 too with whoever was playing or whatever. But from there, I know me and you had our Overwatch stint, and that shit was lit as hell. Um,
I miss those days, Josh. I really do. I
I
still miss
still
those days.
wish I got into fucking Diamond, bro. Literally, like 2 seasons in a row, I was like less than 10 off from being in Diamond. And it was me and Robert. And, we was going crazy. Orissa and fucking Brigitte. Brigitte.
The more song that I kind of do miss old Rissa.
Horse, yeah. Those were the good days. But, yeah, I think GTA, we ran a fuck ton of GTA to the point where we were playing every day and getting into arguments in public lobbies with people. Like, that was just the vibe. We were just a
Doing
crew going about everything together. I think was like the general consensus of it.
it.
But try to remember. There's things that happen that change things, and I don't remember what came first. Um, the whole thing with Avery was an ick for me. Same with other people in the group, but no one said anything about it. And I don't remember when or why. Probably like 2018, 19, or 20, one of those years. For some reason, one day Darren decided that in the group chat he would start telling Avery that I had an issue with how he was talking about his girl the whole time. Not us, not we, just me. And Darren said it, which was the first of many issues for me. Because I was like, clearly, we've all talked about it. It wasn't just me that had an issue with it, but I'm the one getting thrown under the bus for being the bad guy. I don't know if you remember that, but
I
or,
remember that too damn well.
or if you had anything to say on that, or
I
even
remember.
better yet, if you have your opinion or your side on it, because I don't think I've ever heard that either. But
I kind of wish I said something back then, but I think it was like at a state of mind that it's better off all for the people that started the argument and just leave it at that. But I could probably say something back then. I wish I could have, but it's kind of like what would have been changed, what would have been done, what would
yeah,
have been. But looking at it now, it's kind of like if I did set up something, it probably would have been dead, of course.
fair,
Like
fair.
over the years, it's probably like sometimes silence is the best answer. Yes,
That's some
that was a
telltale
Telltale
shit.
reference. Like I know you cut that off. Just like silence is best left unanswered. That's why I just like sometimes reply.
Yeah,
But however, though, again, it should have been like Darren solely speaking. It should have been like we should all like have a meeting or not even. Yeah, it's very good. So a meeting probably would have been probably a proper word for it, or like I sit down and feel like, hey, look,
Mm-hmm.
everyone's been feeling like this. You get your been smashing your girl, giving the tongue boom with like look. At the end of the day, we ain't trying to hear all that every day, you know. Some of us still fucking single, but
Literally.
some of us that still got our breakups, you know. Valentine's around the corner, shit. No one want to hear that. You know, most people get a little salty around Valentine's. Everyone gets salty when they're single around Valentine's. Like, oh
Literally.
great, look at them fucking looking happy couple, fucking yay, you know.
Like, yeah.
So
No, yeah.
I wish sometimes I kind of like probably would have said something, but it's kind of like maybe it's probably for the best I did it. So I was kind of like kind of like a little bit down there.
Mm-hmm. I mean, hearing that now, I mean, it's, I can understand the point of not wanting to make things worse at that point. It's just the fact that it was all thrown on me, I think was the one thing, because it's, had he said names weren't thrown out there, absolutely fine. But then for him to say it was just me, that was strike one, basically. But I think that was like the first step in the issues. I don't know if I even really talked to Avery after that. I don't remember if I might have left the group and came back, I think. I don't remember.
Yeah, that you probably did fuck Avery. He was probably like throwing
Yeah,
it
because
when
after
whenever
that, why
Avery.
would he want to play with me or talk to me? Like, what did you expect him to think? Like, oh, okay, cool, I'll stop. We're still friends? That's not how that works. But, yeah, I think that
And,
was...
and I know the next one was Jermaine next because the last strike was for you was the Instagram post you made, and then he said some great shit.
Who, Jermaine?
Mm-hmm.
What you mean? I don't remember
You
that.
you don't remember? You post something about with your fam, and then Jermaine posted
Oh, he
to
commented something on my post, I think?
and then your family member was saying something about like this dude.
I'm remembering what you're saying. I don't remember what the post was, and I don't remember what he said. That was another issue because a lot of my stuff was on Instagram, and I have all my family on Instagram. So it's like you say something, and it's my whole family's gonna see it. So
Kind
another
of
one
like
of the reasons why I
embarrassing,
don't have Instagram anymore, because like fuck that shit.
especially over the years. Instagram become like a drama pit.
Toxic, bro. It's and the way I look at it, Instagram was my Facebook. You have all your family on there, and you have your friends. But like, what I've learned is that if you really, truly, deeply actually gave a fuck about me, you have my phone number, you have Discord, WhatsApp, whatever the fuck, you know how to reach out to me. If I'm not on social media, like literally. So, the real people who want to be involved will be involved. Simple as that. But I guess, yeah, that did happen with Jermaine. I remember that. I don't remember.
How the events went down. I
Yeah,
remember that.
I don't know if
Yeah,
I
well,
DM'd him or what happened, but I remember that happening.
yep. And then Darren had to do like Darren again. This is like the second time this story. Darren had to make a whole separate party between you, him, DJ, and Jermaine. I think that was the
I
shit.
remember that to air the issues out, right?
Hmm. And there was me, Brandon. I don't know who else. I think it
Because
was
that was
Nat.
always the problem. Darren wanted to fix everything, and I'm like, there's some things where you just have to let them be. He wanted us to be like this perfect family, I think, is the best way to put it together.
Sometimes families are not perfect.
Yeah, even with your own family, like that's the thing. I remember that. Yeah, he did make a party, and it was kind of like, and I remember DJ was like, "Yo, if y'all have some problems, just fucking say it." And I was like, I said what I needed to say. What more is there to say? But
Yeah, I don't know what was said at that separate party that I do not know.
I think Brandon and Darren might have been in there, but I remember like DJ was like, if y'all have issues, just air it out, like say what the fuck you gotta say. And I was like, well, like my family sees that shit. I honestly don't remember whatever else was said, but like that was that.
And for me, there's not really much I can say. It's kind of like nothing really get out of my skin, and plus, I don't really post much of this. That's why.
Yeah.
So anything that people see, it's kind of like that shit look like got shared or just like an old post.
Literally.
Literally an old fucking post.
Yeah.
The only thing that was old on my Instagram was the Borderlands clip with me and Brandon and the freaking post that Shiva basket hat.
Oh yeah. I remember that picture. Oh man.
That was the only one that people only find, and then that one fucking me with a freaking kid with a burnt noodles in microwave. That's it.
The good shit. I mean, I used to have a lot of like parties or random pictures on there. I'd be posting random shit on my stories too, and I'm like, I feel like a lot of people don't give a shit about these, so I'm like, let me not post as much. Because a lot of my family, again, we're on there, and it's like, family ain't everything. That sometimes, sometimes family don't understand you as good as some other people do. So,
shit.
Case in point,
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. So Avery, Jermaine, and that's kind of like the timeline of events, I guess, how they would have went down. I think at some point along the way, I was still kind of on kick because I was like single at the time, and I was kind of. We're not gonna talk about it in detail, but like I was still, messaging random people, and that's kind of how Alyssa came about. But I think Alyssa was like 3-4 years younger than us. I'm not gonna put a number there, but she was younger. I think she was closer to Darren's age, or maybe a year younger. But like she was like the little. I don't want to say little sister. That sounds weird. But like she got added to the group late. She was cool. She was chill.
Oh no, she was added like during the whole situation. That was like before
I remember, yeah, because it was something about me like Darren was saying like, oh, we should get like a girl in the group or something like that, whatever. So I think that's kind of how she went about. I think Nat was in the group too. That's another thing, because I don't know if you ever heard this, but I remember Jay said it, and I don't remember. I can't speak on facts for Jay, but like I remember at some point he said too that Brandon was playing with Nat and Jay was in the party or something, and then Nat left the party, and then Brandon started talking shit about Nat behind his back. I don't remember when. I don't remember what. But I know Jay said that was a thing that happened. And, bro, Nat is chill as fuck. I've never had an issue with Nat, and he's cool. So I don't even know why Brandon would even be talking shit about Nat, but apparently he was. And on top of that, behind his back. So I remember Jay said that. I know that's something he would have probably brought up too, but
that's probably like a another podcast details. Like we were trying to get Jay. It's like this is like a brief version of this podcast, and the next podcast gonna be like airing out
like
details what we missed.
Yeah. We should probably let him watch it and add in anything he wants.
Right. Just like say, hey Jay, if you're watching this far, go ahead and add your comment down below.
If your name is Jay Dolo, comment down below what you think.
Also,
no, but like that was
ice cream.
Yeah, no, that was I know one thing that Jay would say and remembered, but like, you have one of the coolest, chillest people, and you're talking shit about them. It's kind of like, I don't know, it's kind of weird.
I haven't talked to that in a while though.
I stopped talking to that whole group. We will get there because that's the whole after story thing, but we will get there. Not anything bad with that. I think we just kind of fell off and I stopped talking to them, but because of other reasons. We'll get there. So one fateful night, And I can tell you for sure that it was in 2019. It would have been in... Shit, I could look it up right now, honestly.
Oh shit, we put on that post.
No, I just gotta look it up here. Let's see here. It would have been June 2019. I could even give you the date, but like June 2019. I remember it, and I'll explain it why. But I think we were playing Siege or something at that point. Oh, you know what? Before we even get there, let's talk about Cooper. So Cooper, Smite. We were playing Smite. I think all of us, Jermaine, me, Cooper, Brandon, maybe DJ, maybe you, maybe Darren. I don't remember. 5 of us on multiple occasions. We're playing Conquest, which is like, they had ranked in Smite 1? I don't remember.
They did. It was sweaty as hell.
Conquest was basically ranked, but it wasn't ranked. Where it's 5v5 on Smite, if you never played Smite before. We're playing, and I'm playing with Cooper. Brandon explains it that if Cooper doesn't know you, he's going to keep you muted. I don't know how many games I played with Cooper, and this dude had me muted, and we're playing Conquest. What is the reason, and what is the point? I never understood that and found it childish. He was talking to you. He's talking to Brandon. He's talking to Darren. I think he was even talking to Jermaine, but I was muted. And I'm like... And we're playing Conquest. Never got that. That pissed me off. I never got that.
And it's not that he does it on Smite. He does it for other games too.
Siege? I remember he did it on Siege.
Focus up, question mark. If y'all playing the same game with him, mute.
And we're playing ranked on Siege, and you got me muted. I might as well just solo queue at that point. Like, nice Kirby light. Nice Kirby light. Nice.
Thank you.
Shining through. Yeah, I never got that. It pissed me off. I think it was stupid, childish, and pointless. But, you know, couldn't change it. And the thing that made it worse was that Brandon was vouching for him. Not the first time or last he did that with other people, which also pushed me the wrong way. But
he does have a knack for that, sadly.
Which is ironic, but you know. Anyway, Cooper and Aaron, the two buddy pal amigos. We were playing something. I'm half falling asleep. Darren's in the party. They were just talking random shit. They were saying something about football. And I decided to make some comment about the discussion that they were having. I think someone else was there. I don't remember who it was. And it just turned into a 3v1 argument about stupid shit in sports. Now, sure, you know when we were talking earlier about the, okay, you know when it's them joking versus them not joking kind of thing. I didn't really know these dudes. Mind you, Cooper always had me fucking muted. It's 3v1 on some bullshit. And why I remember the date is because they said the Raptors were going to get reverse swept by Golden State in the finals. We fucking won. Fuck you 3. But anyways, it was just a back and forth talking shit about whatever we were talking about, arguing. And Darren left the party. He didn't even say anything. So he leaves me in there with these 3 other dudes that are just ganging up on me. And I'm like, okay, we're arguing all night. Went to bed. Next morning, talk about it. Brandon fucking vouches for them. Oh, that's how they always are. Oh, that's how they're always supposed to be. Oh, that's okay. That's how they... I'm like, first of all, Darren left me there to fend for myself. Then Brandon's going to go back them up. What kind of fucking friends are we if that's how we're behaving? Like, and these are people that you want to keep in the group to be friends with us. Like, that was another. I was strike 2 at that point with Darren because I was like, bro, there's no way that this happened and it's still happening. And it's okay, according to Brandon. Like, that pissed me off.
Understandable, man. Going on.
Yeah.
Dealing with
Like,
Cooper and Aaron at the same time is like a lot of patience.
I have a lot of patience. I was just discussing with them, but it just turned into a full blown argument at some point. Like, it was just stupid.
Yeah. Yeah. At that point, I was like, by the time you said argument, I was like, yeah, left. Calling Darren saying, hey, not cool, bro. Not cool.
I don't even think I said anything to him about it because he was like, I don't even remember what we said the next day. But I know Brandon was like, oh yeah, that's how Cooper and Aaron are. I'm like, okay. And the funniest fucking part is Cooper always has me muted, but that night he did not have me muted. Coincidence? I think not.
What is it? I don't think not. Hashtag Incredibles.
Literally. Don't meme me. No. But yeah, that was strike 2. Anything else that happened along the way? DJ, I never really had a problem with DJ, honestly. Nat, never had a problem with Nat. Haley, we'll talk about later on, but I don't think we really ever had too many of a problems. Yeah. The big breaking point was Darren in the group chat. I think he was doing a spreadsheet for GTA, an Excel spreadsheet for a weekly update. Was it Siege?
No, it was Siege. I remember that spreadsheet too damn well. It was Siege.
And I'm sitting here like, we're in an age where we can just send the link on Discord and anybody can open the link or screenshots.
Anybody.
And
that was keep me out.
Darren was making a whole Excel spreadsheet about all the updates and changes. I was like, you could just put it in Discord, right? He's like, yeah, but I wanted to make a blah 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 blah. And I think I don't remember, he said something else. And I think I was like, it doesn't have to be all about you or whatever. I don't remember what he said after that, but then I remember I was like, oh yeah, because it's your crew or whatever. And he's like, yeah. And then I left. The amount of ego that was in that mini conversation. For him to say that the entire crew, I brought Jay into that crew. I brought half the name is from my cousin. The amount of people that I went out to get to be a part of our crew, which at most points was more than he brought. The amount of work that I did on my computer to make even the logo for GTA and all that shit that we used, that he used. And for him to say everything is his, I was like, this guy's delusional and egotistical. And I just left. And I remember the first person that I can remember was that Alyssa was messaging me how are you going to leave your brothers like this? Like, they love you and they need you. And I'm like, if these were really my brothers, would these kind of conversations be having had? Like, realistically? And that's kind of why I stopped talking to Alyssa too, because I was like, bro, there's like, you can't expect me to stick around that or these, if you're not going to be supporting me at least to some extent, or like, in a sense that you're not knocking me down, why am I going to stay around? But that's when I remember I left, and that was kind of the break off point. That was what, maybe 2020, maybe early 21, around that time.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, like during the whole duration of COVID, it's just like that's all it was.
It was great because everyone was home, but I don't know. I don't know. They said Monopoly breaks friendships, bro. We played Monopoly for fucking hours, and we're still here.
Shit.
I remember
You were
that
so
clip.
mad.
I remember that one clip I sent you. I was like, "Yeah, Robert, I'm great," and I sent you like all my money, and every fucking house was mortgaged because it was just me and you playing. That was so fucking funny.
You were so mad that because of this some bullshit.
Bro, okay. Losing Monopoly is one thing. When you're playing the online version and it's bullshit RNG is crazy. That's another story. But
That's a great story, though. We should go back to playing that.
we
should
should
have
have oh man, you know what we should do? Okay. It might be copyright. We need to think of another name. Achievement Hunter used to have a series called Play Pals where it was like two dudes that were really good friends that would play different games together. We need to ballpark another name, but like I mean a 2-player series kind of thing, that'd be pretty cool. But no, yeah, like I remember leaving. I think I don't remember how close I was with Brandon after that, but I know me, you, and Jay had our own group chat. I think at either after that or after the after fact. Can't remember.
The thing is, I want to say right there in the middle.
Yeah.
Like, it's not too far before, but not too far after. But it's like right there in the grape juice middle.
Yeah. Because I remember I was like, out of all these people, I know Jay's a rider because Jay's been a rider since day one. And I know Robert was basically, you know, I felt like at that point, I felt bad because I was like, you're caught in the middle. But I know out of everybody else, like, it would have been Robert that I would have wanted to have still be a friend at that time. So,
like,
nothing
my
bad.
mantra. I don't know. He's just lovable right now. I don't
Yeah.
know. I got a dog sleeping right now, so I'm taking this grace period.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's how I was looking at it. I wouldn't say I was a damage. It's just like there was no side. They're like both sides, had their with POVs,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna sit here and try to choose a side. I don't like choosing a side, and that's good. Yeah, you call it being decisive. I'll take the blame for that one. But at the end of the day,
I mean, it wasn't really like I would have expected it to have went the way it went because I mean, you knew Brandon longer, and you knew most of the other people longer anyway. So I can't even blame it. You knew Brandon. Like I didn't know anybody in any of these groups too, which is another thing. So I mean, it went as expected, and I wouldn't hold anything against you for that. But that's just the way that things happen.
Yeah, and then after it's just be sure, pretty much when I got here in South Carolina in 2020, like beginning of 2021, I got stuck here because no, it was 2020 when I got stuck here in February. That's when how my whole pathway was like my gaming's not as more frequently, but I still play it. And then once I started working in here, August 2020, that's when it started becoming a little bit different. Sure, after that.
Yeah, because that's we had life on us already. I feel like that was another thing too. Like a lot of them just were at home playing games. Yeah,
right.
Like we had jobs, so we were working.
Well, my uncle did tell me two things: go to school or find some work.
That's literally all life is. Or you go to school to find work.
I would did that, but my uncle wouldn't mind it. It was just kind of like what I wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
If I had to do over, I probably would did school and try to find some work.
I mean, sometimes it helps and it works out, but sometimes it's honestly just better to go straight to work. It's a real toss-up these days.
Mm-hmm. Shit,
But,
I ain't gonna lie. My first so sidetracked. Hold on. Get back to
nah, you good. Like this. That's why we got a podcast, bro.
All right. Side topic for a bit. My first application was Dollar Tree. Then my mom suggested hey, try to apply for Dollar Tree. I was like, okay. So waiting for them. Nothing, right? So I was like, call up. And like, yeah, I got something. I have you interview tomorrow. I thought they meant today, bro. So I got ready and shit. Took my happy ass, walk over there, drop the road on the busiest road known to mankind.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, okay, I'm here. Oh, we wasn't ready for you. Oh. My bad. In my head, I was like, hopefully they'll have ready then.
I mean,
3 to 4
honestly,
days,
at that point, like,
no callback still.
damn.
So
No, but I
next
mean, at
option,
that point
parties.
too, like, some people would be like, "Oh, okay, we can take you now. It's okay." But like, some people are just, I don't know, stingy and annoying.
Like it's like I think it's a certain seasons. I think when you try and
Seasonal,
get a
yeah,
job,
yeah.
yeah, it's like that too. But I'm used when
Hmm.
you try to find a job, you usually go for the where it start getting hot
Like
or when
right
it start
now,
getting
it's
cold.
Christmas is coming up. Like they're definitely hiring like crazy
Fuck
for
yeah.
a lot of jobs.
Someone's
Yeah.
like Circle K, shit, they didn't have no position. But once it got goes closer to the summer, oh, I
Uh-huh.
got a job position open full time. I was like, fuck yeah, I'm taking that shit. And
Yep.
it's 5 minutes down the road too. Well, 8, depending how fast I drive. We ain't gonna quote the speed at the moment. So ain't
I
worry about that.
mean, no
Give
comment.
this charge. Give this charge. That's
No
all I need to
comment.
say no more.
If I say any more, it's not gonna be good.
You hear SWAT teams saying,
SWAT team, shit, they better call everybody. Oh man, yeah.
oh, yeah.
Oh man, try to stop yawning. Let me see. Hold on, I got a Discord message. I don't know who it's from. Double check if it's Jay or not.
Hmm.
No, is it? Oh, it's our Discord chat. Hold on. Oh, it's Richard. Okay.
What we're just hopping on.
He's asking if you should buy Battlefield 6 on digital or hard copy.
Digital.
Yeah, it's the better option. But I mean, they're side topic, but they're big into collecting. Like I've seen, I could probably scroll up and show you some of the pictures, but holy shit.
If it's in a collection, then you get the specific one
Not
that they
not
have.
necessarily collecting everything, but they have like Gerald has like day one collector's edition of GTA 5 on PS3. I
Oh,
think Jesse has an old school GameCube Pokemon Coliseum copy, though he paid like $300 for too. Like
I remember. I saw that he was talking about that with Richard, and he
they're
told me it was awesome.
big into collecting, bro. Yeah, it's crazy. Anyways, back to the beef. So I left the group. I remember I was still kind of talking to Brandon here and there, and I remember it would have been 2021. I was on vacation, a little bit up north, a little bit. Me and Leah had went on 1 or 2 dates, I think. So we were like
Mm-hmm.
just getting to be, talking. I remember you told me that Brandon was asking you about Leah. And that kind of was like,
Throwing
why
you
didn't
off.
he ask me? And I was like, bro, it's kind of weird, whatever. But I remember I sent him a very long message telling his ass off and blocking him after that. Because,
You sure it wasn't because of Evan?
oh my God, I fucking forgot about that too.
There you go.
We
There you
talked
go.
about Evan already, that toxic motherfucker. I needed a 6 for a Destiny raid because we were playing Destiny with my boys and Evan. And I invited Brandon to the Discord to join the party. And I said, and I quote, I'll invite you, we'll do the raid, and then you can leave because Evan's a toxic bitch. Guess who Brandon decides is the coolest guy and wants to be friends with in the group? Evan. So we did the raids, and then he stays in the group. I left the Discord. My boys are in this Discord. I left. Brandon's still in the Discord. Brandon's still talking to Evan. Brandon's chill with whatever. To the point where my boys now ask me when I see them sometimes, you still talking to Ranger? I'm like, no. And I'm like, bro, I told you we're doing one raid. We need a 6th. Fuck Evan. And just, like, how are you going to make friends with my enemy? Like, to make it any clearer than that, I wouldn't call you a friend if you do that. That was another thing. I thank you for reminding me. I completely forgot about that.
Yes, I
But
remember you blew up at that.
I was like, bro, of all the people you want to make friends with, my enemy. And you met all my boys now at this point. I was like, come on. But no, yeah, fast forward, whatever. I send him the message, that really long. I don't even remember what the fuck I said, message, but sent it, make sure he saw it, block. And that was the end of me and Brandon, I think. Yeah, it would have been, yeah. Yeah, I remember someone was talking about it the other day. I don't remember what the fuck I said. I know it was a long message.
I don't know, it was like a PowerPoint at that point, but you did. I know Brandon told me, he said, John, it should be a long ass essay because of me. I was like, well, I should have told you saw that from a get go. From that one, I just kept my silence.
After everything with Darren and everything else, I'm like, bro, you vouched for the people that went against me. You made friends with my enemy, and then now you're asking everybody else, other than me, questions about my now girl. 3 strikes and you're out, buddy. Literally. Like, I don't know. You couldn't make that shit up. Is there anything else I'm missing from that chapter?
I think pretty much that's about inside chapter, to be honest.
I know me and you and Jay have kind of like tried to keep in touch with that little group chat we had before. But I know not until recently. I think once I moved out, I kind of reconnected with Jay because he moved out around the same time I moved out. So we were kind of like, getting back into that. And then we would chill here and there. Met the new group with the guys, Richard and Jesse and Gerald. Well, I was friends with this guy I worked with in 2018 up until 2021. He was selling me a Too Fast, Too Furious shirt from his new job, ironically, because, that's my fucking namesake. But that was in 2023. And they kind of got me back into Yu-Gi-Oh! And that's how I ended up meeting Gerald, who then hired me because I went to work with them. So it was me, my boy, Gerald, other people there, pretty chill. Everybody else in the group right now are all Gerald's friends. They all went to high school together. So like Richard and Jesse, Jem might be in some videos too. But that's how I ended up meeting Gerald and them. They laid me off because they didn't need more employees, which sucked. Because I was working at Costco and I was about to get my benefits. I was about to get a pay raise and I left to go work with them. Further away, I used to drive an hour every day. My car's insurance, like from the dealership, covers my car if it's under 20,000 kilometers in a year. I hit 20,000 kilometers in 2 months almost of the amount of driving I was doing. Majority of my money I was making, we were going out spending on food, Yu-Gi-Oh, all that shit. It wasn't great. It was fun, but it wasn't great. And then they laid me off, and I was like, okay, it was a blessing in disguise. Found another job. Don't really talk to my boy Gerald. We were playing Siege and shit here and there. Was a little chatting, whatever. But that's kind of how things went from there. You came back, Jay came back, and I said, these are my boys, whatever. Add them to the group. That's kind of where we're at right now. But in between, to catch you up, because I don't even think if you know about all this stuff. So to backtrack and bring to light whatever you want to call it, Nat and Haley are like really close or whatever. I was playing with them for a hot minute. I remember they added me to a group, whatever. Nat and Haley are like good friends, and then Haley is friends with another dude. I think we played Dead by Daylight with him. I don't remember his name.
I remember that part.
Yeah.
I remember what you talk about.
What was his name? I forget his name. Bro,
I don't remember.
He was cool. He was cool. I forget his name.
Wait. I think I might have his friend. I might have his friend list still.
It's
I
Coma.
think I know.
I know his thing is Lacoma Toad, but I don't remember his real name. But he was chill. Yo, when I tell you, me and this dude were playing Dead by Daylight on high tier survivor skill. Let me explain the tech to you. They call it what do they call it? Spin? I forget. Spin tech,
I know
whatever.
it's like
Yeah. That shit is fucking hard. You gotta spin your right stick while holding your left stick the opposite direction at the same time, and you spin around the killer. And you have to have your sensitivity really, really high. We mastered that shit to the point where I was calling myself Masturbate. Like, bro, we were cooking on Dead by Daylight, me and this dude. We were just cooking and cooking and cooking. Haley was there sometimes. We play Overwatch. The only thing I knock on Haley for, she's cool, she's great. There was times where we'd be playing ranked and she'd be AFK, and I was like, come on, bro. Ranked? We could have played Quick Play. But I mean, no, chill. We had some, pretty good moments. We had a 1-to-1 at one point where I was like really depressed, and she was like, we were talking deep shit. But I'm trying to remember his name. I don't know why Greg's in my mind. It's definitely not Greg. But yeah, we were playing. It was chill. Nat, we were all pretty chill. And then I think they tried to add other people, and they kind of got upset that I didn't want to be friends with everybody. And one of those people was that dude that lives not too far away from where I live that was gay and trying to give me a blowjob.
I remember.
Yeah, and I was like, I don't want to be friends with this person. This is weird. I have a girlfriend. It's like,
Josh, you have a girlfriend. You gotta hit the back door, huh?
what the fuck? No, hell no. But yeah, no, that was. I don't remember exactly what happened. And then Nat kind of started getting busy. The other guy was chill, and I think he was hanging out with other people, whatever, Haley and stuff. So, not that we ended on bad terms, but it just kind of fell off from there. That other dude was fucking weird. Yeah. But, I mean, it was a cool little stint. Yeah, and then after that, I think I met, or started playing Siege with Gerald and them. Then we reconnected with you and Jay. And we are where we are today. God damn! Okay, we got that on camera. That cat got yeeted. Leah's gonna kill you.
Listen, it's been 3 times already. You guys already.
Damn.
I'm more concerned about this puppy nearby my chair. That's what I'm more concerned about.
Is this the first day?
This is like day 2 right now.
Damn.
And these still. Don't worry. By the time I go to bed tonight, she can want to be in the crate. So we should go back and get some sleep after that.
Yeah, I remember the one time I had the dog. When my brother had a dog for 3 days and the dog was sleeping in my room. I think I put the dog in the dog bed on my bed. And then put it back in the crate. Because it's like, I don't want it to pee in the bed. Like, it was a cute dog though. Was sleeping when I was playing games. I think I stayed up all night.
Shit, I might be doing the same thing.
Because we took the dog back the next day. I remember that.
Yeah.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Yeah, but yeah. I don't know if there's any other beefs you want to talk about. I don't know if there is any other. Bless you. If there is anything else to talk about.
I pretty much tapped out. That's pretty much the whole duration.
Yeah.
I think this might be the longest one. God, don't disrepair.
It's not. We're almost at an hour and a half. I think what we'll say is that if there's anything Jay wants to add, we'll probably try to do. Maybe I'll do a 1-on-1 with him or something like that, just to add in stuff that was missed. Details that we missed, anything like that. But yeah, so I think going forward, I mean, it's been months. It'll be hard to get another perfect timing one in. We'll try to get some episodes in here and there, I guess. I think before we were uploading on Thursday, so I can try to put this one out on Thursday. It's October 6th right now.
Mhm.
So we'll try to get a schedule together. Content's coming out slowly but surely. We're going to try to be consistent. I'm going to try to figure out a way that we can make PlayStation content work. It might just have to be that we're recording it with Discord audio and I don't hear game audio while we're playing. So it would be kind of weird, but that might just be the only option because otherwise I know there's like a thing I can buy for the capture card. I just don't know how it works. To make that work, it's like a splitter. It's weird. I don't know. We'll see. Figure that out. But yeah, I don't know if you have anything to add. Any more burritos or anything? You know what? Hang on. Since
Wants to
it's...
play Diet Coke.
No, we're fucking not. I wished. I was gonna say random thought because it just randomly now came into my mind. We're calling this one.
Bulbasaur was the best Pokemon, and no one can tell me otherwise. That's gonna start argument there.
Hold on, before we get to that,
That's an
because
argument.
we're calling this beef and burritos. What is your take on burrito bowls?
To be honest, I'm okay with them as long as not BS portions.
Fair. But then, okay, so if it's called a burrito bowl, would you expect the portion size of a burrito or a bowl? Because a bowl is technically, you could fit more in a bowl than a burrito, I would think.
So retro speaking, since it's a bowl, at least a little bit more.
Fair.
That's how my take on it. If it's a burrito, don't overstuff it so that way you can easily wrap it.
Fucking rips in half. I be seeing those videos of those dudes packing stuff with like a million toppings. I was like, how does this shit not break?
Like, bro, I'll be looking at the too. It's like, boy, I know you about to
He
bust.
did that with a Ziploc? Like, what the fuck?
Like, bro, he's like, I'm just gonna stuff this shit in and hope for the best. I'm like, bro, that taco is about to be big bust.
About to hold it in your hand like this. Like,
like, don't even try to cut that motherfucker rope. You could be having a hard time putting that motherfucker back together.
literally. Yeah. Anyways, Mew for me. I mean, that's my number one. But
But besides Bulbasaur, because it's a rage bait at this point. So besides Bulbasaur,
Loki.
it will have to be.
I mean, grass types do be strong sometimes here and there.
That's okay. Where's my Glaceon at? Honey, what the hell you doing, my Glaceon? Oh, there it is. This is the one I probably go to for.
Nigga, that's Vaporeon. I'm about to show Richard that part. This man's like Glaceon with the whole fins coming out to swim.
Go ahead.
Thank y'all for watching the Too Fast podcast. We're gonna be signing off for now. We'll try to get another video in soon. It's been your boy Josh. We did have Jay in here at some point. You got Robert over here still. Instead of Richard because of the fucking Vaporeon. But yeah, hopefully we'll have another episode in soon. Maybe we'll have a Diet Coke sponsor. Who knows? We'll see. Hopefully.
Sponsor us, please.
Yeah, I'd love
Help
some.
out your brands.
I'd love some Diet Coke. You hear me? I love some Diet Coke.
Why is that man lying? He drinks some Coke Zero.
It's close enough, okay? I'll still drink it. I drink regular Coke too, okay?
No, you can't have no Coke. Coke is bad for you. You don't do no Coke, Josh.
Never said it's supposed to be good for me. It tastes good though.
It tastes good. We gonna have to like diabetes.
Diabetes, fucking high blood pressure because I got caffeine, all that shit. Yeah. All right. Well, signing off for now. We'll catch y'all in the next video. Hopefully we get everybody together. You got Nani Bear too. Nani, you have anything to say? Nani look like you're going crazy. Oh shit. All right. We'll catch y'all soon. Peace.